You know what? Thank you, friend. Shabbat Shalom and greetings to you all. February's done. We're now in the last month of the year, Adar, Pisces. It's an end, but it's also the month of new beginnings, with new years, new choices. And we will celebrate them all together. And I want to wish a super happy birthday to a dear old friend of mine, whose birthday is this week. He was always there for whoever had need. Those are the people whose hearts kept growing, unlike the Grinch, whose heart shrunk. Now, last week, we read about the heart and the need to make donations from the heart, from feeling and desire. The heart was a very special organ. In fact, it still is. The heart was the ancient organ of understanding, of thinking, of determining who you are, of love. The brain was a throwaway. It followed the dictates of the heart. It was the heart which God said man kept evil within. It was the heart which Moses said needed to be circumcised, to be opened, to be able to experience love. It was a ruby that she wore on a chain around her neck, in the shape of a heart, in the shape of a heart. It was a time I won't forget, for the sorrow and regret, in the shape of a heart, in the shape of a heart. Oh, I guess I never knew what she was talking about. I guess I never knew what she was living without. People speak of love, don't know what they're thinking of. Wait around for the one who fits just like a glove. Speak in terms of a life and the living. Try to find the word for forgiving. And we do try to find the one who fits like a glove. And we do try to find the word for forgiving when it's so simple. Please forgive me. I forgive you. It should not be so hard. And yet we've had to devote an entire holy day. In fact, now it's the holiest day of the year, just for those two sentences. And that has diminished the most important of the holidays in the Bible, the holiday of freedom, freedom from fear. And as we said last week, this week coming up contains the festival of miracles. Hanukkah, you say? No, Purim, the other miracle holiday, the one that actually preceded Hanukkah by 300 years and was truly the miracle of miracles. The holiday that actually calls for the most intense celebrating of any of the Jewish holidays. It's a day to be yourself and try to do so without a mask. It's not so easy. You can become congruent in life. No hiding, no pretending, just you being you. Accept it or not for who you are, not who you pretend to be. When you do that, you're only fooling others and yourself. Now, according to the Talmud, a person is required to drink until he cannot tell the difference between the cursed Haman and the blessed Mordechai. Though opinions differ as to exactly how drunk that is, and whether it's even a true requirement or not. You'll also hear it referred to as a minor holiday. And again, remember the distinction between minor and major is simply whether it's mentioned in the Bible or not. Major holidays are biblical holidays, minor ones are not. And the two most famous minor holidays are Purim and Hanukkah, added hundreds of years later, but both share the distinction of being about miracles, and both are pure celebratory holidays that people love. Now, the holiday centers around the hearing of the Book of Esther, the Megillah of Esther, which is a classic statement of anti-Semitism, perhaps the first written anywhere. I invite you all to keep your dial on the channel and enjoy the Megillah of Esther when we present it. Esther 3:8. Haman then said to King Ahasuerus, there's a certain people, scattered and dispersed among the other peoples in all the provinces of your realm, whose laws are different from those of any other people. and who do not obey the king's laws. And it's not in your majesty's interest to tolerate them. Well, Haman, the Persian prime minister, second only to the king at the time, is simply saying, because the Jews are different, they must be suspect. Now, this type of reasoning has again and again throughout history, Jewish or otherwise, been the unwarranted rationale for senseless persecution. This is a tale as old as time. Tale as old as time. Tune as old as song. Bittersweet and strange, finding you can change, learning you were wrong. Now, when will we learn? As I said, the names are very well known. The king in the book of Esther, King Ahasuerus, is King Xerxes of Persia, well known historically. Mordecai, the hero of the story, is actually the Babylonian king of the gods, Marduk. And Esther, the heroine, is the Babylonian queen of the gods, Ishtar. So these are names everybody was familiar with. Xerxes is the one true historical character. Now, if you get nothing else from it, understand that this is a pure miracle story. It's a stopping of genocide. And it's a reminder that miracles do happen in life. Miracles happened then, and miracles continue to happen now. The Bible is a series of stories of miracles. Now, the book of Esther is not only one of the great miracle stories, it's the first true ode to female power. It's also one of the great love stories. So join us for the great reading of this book. And do not forget the 4 simple things that we're all encouraged to do on this holiday. Perform acts of charity and kindness, tzedakah in Hebrew. We give gifts to the less fortunate. We honor the appointed time, this 14th day of Adar, when we are to remember the days of Purim for all generations, and we have for the last several thousand years. We hear the book, the story of Esther. Maybe even watch one of the many films made about it. And I'll be reading, of course, the book of Esther on our YouTube channel. It's not too long, so you can listen or watch anytime you'd like. If you don't see it or hear it on Purim, it's okay. It really is a great story, so make it an anytime event. And enjoy a holiday meal. It is celebratory, so make sure you have a good time. Now, it is an amazing story celebrated for over 2,500 years now, as people don costumes worldwide, and they gather and celebrate just as we gather and celebrate in our collective consciousness of seekers showing faith, any faith, and love, any love, because we are a community, a chavura, a fellowship, as we express our nature of kindness, compassion, thoughts, feelings, hopes, dreams, and wishes that unites us all in this community house of spirit, Beth Ruach, sharing and bringing light at bay, keeping fear at bay. Once again, go ahead, invite everybody you know, physically, digitally, psychically, emotionally, spiritually, any way you want to gather and share. From Psalm 133, the Hine Matov, come together. Hine Matov, Shevet Achim Gam Yach. Hine Matov, Shevet Achim Gam Yach. How good and pleasant it is for brothers and sisters together. Community. 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 Together. We support each other in this community, my friends. Let's all spread love, goodwill, and fellowship to the world. This is your setting aside just a little bit of sacred time in your sacred space to honor and converse with whatever you happen to believe in, because we all believe in something. It's a part of your Kavanaugh. It's your intention that you put out to the universe. It's your goodwill. Goodwill and intention are the roots of what you control, of what you can correct in life. It is your intention that sets in motion everything that occurs in your lives. Let's take some time now. Let's use that intention. Let's send some of that goodwill, some light, some healing out to everyone that needs it. Healing and renewal for everybody. It just floats through space, finding those in need. So send it out for those you know, for the souls and spirits of everybody you love. So think of whoever that needs healing, renewal, and love, or just plain goodwill. Focus on them. Call their names. It's not just for people. It's for our pets. It's for the earth. It is the healing of the world. The Tikkun Olam, healing of the world, It's part of our spiritual genetic makeup. It is our job to heal the world. As we change ourselves, we change the conditions of life. So focus on your own little corner of the universe. And a part of the healing of the world is when we send thoughts and energy for health and renewal and goodwill for everybody who needs it. They don't have to be sick. It's for those in our hearts and our minds. Let's all send energy out for the people in need everywhere. And always special thoughts and prayers for those in special medical straits. Let's not forget the growing number of homeless people, enduring the bad weather, alone, physically, spiritually, psychically. No shelter from the storm. We all need to provide shelter for those who need it. Physically, emotionally, spiritually. It's what we can do. We can take care of each other. We pray for those who need prayer. We don't have to know them. We want health, recovery, good life for everybody around us. For my dear friend Lisa, for young Jenna, for Dorian, Robin, for Cheryl and Jamie, for Shell, the Cardinal, for Kay and Snoop, for Melissa, Shayna, Gloria, for Johnny and Fern and Ronnie, for the Builder, for Tony and Tally, for Danny and Nina, for all those suffering and in need. Let's not forget to include the familiars of our lives, all of our sacred animal friends everywhere, for everyone you know in need, for the whole world, and for the not-so-missing bee. Friends, it is the kindness, the healing wishes, the goodwill and love that we all send out. It just circles the world finding those in need. So thank you, each of you, for all you do, for all you care. Because the world is a world of spirit, and spirit, my friends, never dies. Me. Avotenu. Makor ha-pracha. Limotenu. May the source of strength bless the ones before us. Help us find the courage. Make our lives a blessing. The renewal of the body. The renewal of spirit. Let us say, Amen. Misha Barak. Let us all have our spirits renewed. This is the great prayer for healing, which we call upon God to heal as He was healed before. Misha Barak, may He who blessed, because all healing's a blessing. Let's all send and receive healing and renewal energy in our efforts to love, to share, to care, to grow. So take a few moments, my friends. Share goodwill with the world. And make sure you take some time this week to stop and celebrate a holiday that was built on the roll of the dice. You always won. Every time you placed a bet. You're still damn good. No one's gotten to you yet. Every time they were sure they had you caught. You were quicker than they thought. You just turned your back and fought. You always said the cards would never do you wrong. The trick you said was never play the game too long. Gambler share, only risk you would take. Only loss you could forsake. Only bluff you couldn't fake. And you're still the same. Now, a number of Jewish holidays are built on the roll of the dice. The two most famous are this one, and of course Yom Kippur, which has supplanted Passover as the most important holy day of the year. And when you've finished enjoying the great celebration, come back down to earth and join me in reading this week's second half of Ritual Accoutrements and creation of the priestly class to care for them, to manage the relationship between God and man. The idea of God and the world and all mankind has begun to be replaced with the relationship between God and those who have struggled with God, and that will further segment to the relationship defined by origin and then place. Now, it doesn't minimize or remove God as the single energy of creation of all, but it emphasizes the establishment of rules and rituals. This becomes part of the establishment of a nation, open to any, as we read, tetzaveh, you shall command. Now we now get a series of commands, all connected to the accoutrements of worship, and the first is actually a slight misunderstood one. Exodus 27:20, and you You shall command the children of Israel that they shall bring clear pressed olive oil to you for the light, to keep up a lamp always. And when it goes, and you shall, it's God talking to Moses. It's God saying, and you, Moses, you shall command. So it's about this keeping up of a lamp always. Now the famous Ner Tamid, the everlasting light, the light that burns perpetually in synagogues the world over, either before or near the Ark of the Law, the Aron HaKodesh. The next sentence tells us it's actually lit by Aaron and his sons every evening and burns till morning. Okay, it's not like a perpetual motion machine. Does that diminish it? It doesn't have to. It may not be as miraculous, but it was never meant to be a miracle. This light, and we call it the everlasting light, and it is a symbol of our lives of light. It is the light at the end of the tunnel, which is always there for all of us. It is a beacon of hope. It is a light of life and love in dark and troubled times. When you're weary, feeling small, when tears are in your eyes, I will dry them all. I'm on your side. When times get rough and friends just can't be found, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. Like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. Now, we not only have a bridge over troubled water in our lives, but we are the bridge over troubled water for others in their lives. Now, we're then told a new order is being created. This new order is called the priests. Exodus 28:1. And you, Moses, bring Aaron your brother forward to you and his sons with him from among the children of Israel, for him to function as a priest for me. Aaron, Nadab, Abihu, Eleazar, Ithamar, Aaron's sons. They are about to create the most exclusive force in history, the most sought-after position throughout history, the elite group in charge of the most famous of all antiquities mentioned last time, the great lamp, the formula for divine incense, the tabernacle, which is the abode of God on earth, the Ark of the Covenant, and the most mysterious of all, Exodus 28:14, and you shall make a breastplate of judgment. Now, the Ark was pretty cool, but a breastplate of judgment, which when used with the Urim and Thummim provided a direct method of communicating with God. Who wouldn't want to be part of a group responsible for all this? But it's an elite group, and we're going to witness and experience its actual creation in a week or so. And we're going to sit through the initiation and ordination. It's a powerful and special moment of which I've had the pleasure of undergoing throughout history. No position is more desired than that of being part of God's preatorian guard. And you could not apply for membership. It was by right only. It don't come easy. You know it don't come easy. It don't come easy. No, it don't come easy. Gotta pay your dues if you want to see the news. It don't come easy. You don't have to shout or deep about. You can even play that easy. Forget about the past and all your sorrow. The future won't last. It'll soon be over tomorrow. Membership for this elite group It's never easy. It wasn't meant to be. Yes, my friends, the world is sacred. So is everything in it. Express your gratitude, light a candle, make a wish. Celebrate your life and the lives of those you love. Share your feelings with them. Live free, be free, honor your freedom. Be well, be happy, be blessed. Share and honor the light. Live in the light. Continue to shine. Continue to send everybody you know goodwill and love. Pray for peace and freedom for everyone. An end to terror and hatred. Remember, friends, we are a community. We learn together. We celebrate each other. We love each other. We share this right together, men and women equally. Let's all send out love, not fear. Send out peace, harmony, goodwill, and healing to all who need it. And please do learn to forgive and learn to love, including yourself. Open your hearts. Honor the relationship of your life. Tell those you love that you love them. Take advantage of the time you have. Enjoy the journey. We take the twists and turns and the patterns that weave through the fabric of our lives in our efforts to grow, to learn to be to love. So please do love. Now bless you all. Have a fantastic week, a week of love and light, a week of peace, a week of miracles. Examine your intentions. Use them to imprint your will on the universe. We set in motion all that happens in our lives. It is our intention, our Kavanaugh, our cause, our effect. It's all linked. You have time to forgive and to be forgiven. You have the knowledge of what's good and bad, so acknowledge what you've done wrong to yourself, to God, to any person you've wronged. Ask forgiveness, but do so with sincerity, accountability, and vulnerability. Forgive those who've hurt you as you learn to be forgiving and compassionate, because the secret of forgiveness, compassion, and peace is in acceptance. Can you accept yourself, other people in the world just as they are? Can you accept life as it is without trying to control it? If you do, you can experience the peace that acceptance brings. So do not stop your journey, my friends. Do not stop moving towards your promised land. It is your home. Keep on dreaming, keep on being, keep sharing, keep shining, keep teaching, keep spreading joy and goodwill. Do not follow fear. Follow love. It's always in front of you. And remember to have faith and unwavering adherence to principle. I have faith in the principle of love in all of you. Act with purity of heart and mind. Despise none, defraud none, hate none. Cherish all. Honor every child of God, every creature of the earth. May all people know peace in this year. May you nurture kindness and love everywhere you go. Work to be present in the body. Expand your heart, quiet your mind. Because the deepest source of real power lies in your consciousness, in your ability to be mindful, to be aware, to be present in all of life's circumstances. Let's make the most of your time in life. Continue to touch and transform the lives around you, because you're not alone. You're forever blessed, and you have the ability to bring blessings to everybody you meet. Health, love, and renewal to everybody you come across. We are just energy. Energy cannot be destroyed. It can only be transformed. And are your words that are your power to transform. So be generous with them. As you bless others, you bless yourself. And you love with the heart, because we're all part of a greater whole. Embrace love, not fear, forgiveness, not anger, and be there for someone, because someone will always be there for you, whether you know it or not. Most of the time, you won't know it. Continue to explore faith and belief. Never accept shame as a natural state, because whatever you feel others have felt, whatever you've experienced, others have too. We share together. We learn together. We help each other, because we're each of us trying to find love and acceptance and support. We all have or could have that special someone in our lives, so find them. Tell them what they mean. Keep forgiving those you need to forgive, and keep asking forgiveness from those you need to ask forgiveness of. And remember, everything and anything you want is provided by God in the right time, in the right way. So enjoy this holiday that reminds us that there are miracles in our lives. And if you have difficulty seeing them, think of the love you have, because that is one of the greatest miracles of all. And it's one that everybody has access to. And it forms the greatest part of the great dance of life. Shall we dance on a bright cloud of music? Shall we fly? Shall we dance? Shall we then say goodnight and mean goodbye? Or perchance, when the last little star has left the sky, shall we still be together with our arms around each other, and you be my new romance, on the clear understanding that this kind of thing can happen? Shall we dance? Shall we dance? Shall we dance? Well, thank you for joining me, my friends. Have a great week. Please keep exercising forgiveness. Be thankful, be gracious, be kind, be loving. Believe in yourself and in love. Continue to spread a little goodwill to the world. And never forget, you are the miracle in someone else's life. Shabbat shalom and blessings to you all. Take care.